Hi guys, welcome back to As We Speak. So last week we talked about wildlife and the rhino. And I think as most of you know, the reason why this topic is so close to my heart is because I actually went on a Kenyan Safari holiday with my family this summer and it was brilliant. And here's why I think that you should plan a trip soon as well. Being close to nature. In the digital world we live in, there are rarely ever any experiences that are as up close and personal with nature than this one. On any odd game drive through the savannah, you will most likely encounter a lioness staring right at you, or stumble upon a cheetah eating his kill fresh, or a warthog scampering along the savannah with its babies. Kenya is bursting with the most incredible national parks, ranging from Amboseli to Tsavo to Samburu, and of course the Masai Mara. And every single national park has its own specialty sightings, so to speak. Witness the wildebeest migration. This is possibly the most spectacular and dramatic show on earth, as you encounter the wildebeest from the African antelope family in an enormous linear mass of braying brown walk in complete discipline from one side of the savannah to the other in search of food. This journey that only happens between the Serengeti in Tanzania and the Masai Mara in Kenya is rife with life-threatening risk, as these unassuming beasts cross the river hoping that a life-threatening predator like the king croc won't eat them. But unfortunately, this does happen. The wild king croc anxiously anticipates the arrival of the weaker of the herd and pounces on it, while the stronger of the herd gets by and manages to cross over. This is survival of the fittest right in front of your very own eyes, if you're lucky to experience it. Digital detox. When you're on a safari from 6 a.m. in the morning to lunchtime, tracking animals and decoding the mysterious calls of the wild, honestly, the last thing you can think of is your mobile phone or your latest Instagram feed or WhatsApp messaging, because honestly, nothing compares. Understanding the need for compassion and conservation. Have you ever come across a helpless baby elephant that is quickly enveloped by her protective mother's trunk because you're staring at it from the comfort of your huge safari jeep? Or a hyena disappearing into a hole with its adorable young? Here in the wild, you realize that animals, well, they're exactly just like us. And even the wildest of beasts won't harm you unless provoked. There is no better place to understand empathy and compassion right here in the African savannah. Volunteering at endangered animal sanctuaries or animal orphanages. Volunteering with rangers at a national park or an animal orphanage, even for a day, is an invaluable, priceless experience and add-on to your family holiday. For example, in the Ole Pajeta sanctuary, you can actually spend a day with the rangers and even pet the blind rhino Baraka, who's being taken care of by these rangers for all these years. It's really incredible and once in a lifetime. Immerse yourself in culture and tradition. While we are zooming into the 21st century, there are some cultures that live their lives today like they did centuries ago. Take the Masais, who still live in their cow dung and mud huts and worship their cattle and live along wildlife in their red robes and beaded jewelry. Visiting ancient African tribes such as these is really a mind-boggling and life-changing experience, and there are many lessons to be learned. For example, even today, a 15-year-old Masai boy is sent out into the jungle with a group of his peers to fend for himself without harming or hunting any wildlife. Imagine that. And finally, Kenya is said to be the cradle of mankind, as the first human bones dating back to the beginning of mankind's existence were found here. And it just seems so fitting that it is here that we really experience the best of mankind, when we saw all these rangers and conservationists protecting and nurturing this country's incredible wildlife, from the worst of mankind, those who are trying to harm and hunt it down. The best time to visit Kenya and East Africa in general is usually from June to October. This is when you really witness this wildebeest migration that happens, and it is such a rare sighting anyway. It truly is one of the best and most memorable family vacations you will have. So provided your kids are about 7 years and up, don't waste time, make those reservations and get booking. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next week. Bye! If you liked the video and if you'd like regular updates, don't forget to share, comment and subscribe in the section below. I really want to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all your support. Bye!